We've done a great deal today and a few days talking about Bibles of all kinds. We've talked about translations of the Bible, Bibles in a certain order. We've talked about Bible dictionaries. We've talked about illustrated Bible dictionaries. We've talked about books related to the Bible. We've talked about people who have made the Bible the center of their ministry and lives. And we'll take up one more very different thing today that we haven't talked about so far. And this is not a dictionary of the Bible, it's something else. It's called an expository dictionary of the Bible. Now, what is expository? It's not a dictionary. An expository is when you take words from the Bible and you give a very, very good history of that word, where it's used in the Old Testament, where it's used in the New Testament, how many times it's used, what it means. And the thing is, with an expository dictionary, you get the additional help of showing how many different translations of the Greek and Hebrew are used for that word, with various meanings and in various places in the Bible. So the one that most people know as the best one of these types of dictionaries is called the Vines, V-I-N-E'(S), Expository Dictionary. Now, and that is okay. It's very good to use. One other thing about the Vines, which makes it more difficult than some others, is the fact that it has everything in the Old Testament in one place and everything in the New Testament in another place. So you have to go back and forth to find the same idea or the same word, etc. in that one. With this one, you don't have to. I mean, some of these you don't have to. That's why these are different. Now, I have two of these. One was done specifically to redo the Vines, and the other one was just to be all by itself, not necessarily related to the Vines, but do the same thing the Vines did. So what I will do is get into these, but first I'll show you what they are. The first one looks like a somewhat small book, and this is called Vines for the 21st Century, as you can see right there. And you see who wrote it down on the bottom. You see that name on the bottom. Now this one is, it says here, modern scholarship makes this the Vines for the 20th century. Mount's complete expository dictionary of Old and New Testament words, and many, many things of praise on the back of it about how it's done. The other one is this one, which, as you see, is much thicker and much bigger. Expository of Dictionary of Bible Words, as you can see there. And this one is done by another man called Stephen D. Wren, R-E-N-N. Now, both of these have the same principle. This one calls itself a modern replacement of the classic Vines Expository Dictionary. With, now, for example, it says on the front of this one, access the rich insights and understanding that comes from years of Bible language study. In fact, he did study the Bible language for many years, and that's what gives it such a good thing. So what we will do next is to look into each of these and see how they are the same and yet different. These are expository dictionaries of the Bible.